Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hopefully you've all had time to see Godzilla x Kong. By the time you're seeing this video, you will have had about 3 days. In today's video, I am going to do my top 5 scenes from Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. I've seen this movie once, about to see it again before we do the spoilers discussion. It's going to be my first reactions, top 5 scenes at the moment for this movie. And obviously it goes without saying, I want to give a big spoiler warning, because I will be going over everything that happens in this movie. I'm breaking down all the scenes, so spoiler warning for sure before we get started. First of all, there were so many amazing scenes in this movie, so many great kaiju battle scenes. Some are not going to make it on this list. We had the new appearance from Tiamat that didn't make it on the list, but is an awesome titan. But let's get right into this list. At number 5, I picked Godzilla vs. Sila that you see in the thumbnail. This fight came out of nowhere. I did not see this clip. I guess they did end up releasing part of this in a trailer. The first time I saw it though was in theaters, and I gotta say, this is a short fight scene, but came out of nowhere, and this was a thoroughly entertaining scene. I love the way that Godzilla just kind of gets awakened. You see Sila walking around, he charges out, goes right at Sila. You get this great epic wide shot of these two running at each other, and it's just so epic. You see Godzilla charge, just takes him on, headbutts him. You can just tell Godzilla is just so much bigger. But Sila does stand his ground. Godzilla hits him back, eventually throws him, jumps on top of him, ends up ending him with the atomic breath. But this scene, while it was a short fight scene, I thought was epic. So I definitely liked this scene, and is number 5 on the list. Now at number 4 is the Shimo reveal. So obviously we knew this reveal was going to happen. It was teased in the trailers. Shimo is a titan that I was very excited to see. And while I didn't think we saw as much fighting with him as I would have liked, this reveal was still really cool. And in particular, when Shimo actually fires his ice power, in the trailer you see it looks powerful, but I've got to say, the charging up of this, and when he actually hits Kong with this power, you could just tell. I was in an IMAX theater, but you can tell this is hitting, how powerful it really is. Kong is barely able to hold it back, and I just thought it was awesome. He was not only really cool in his appearance, but just seeing this ice power take effect, and just, you could really feel the pure power of Shimo. You could feel the pure power of Shimo's ice power going at Kong, and I thought this was an awesome scene, the build up to it, how they revealed him out of the lava. So that's why it's number 4 on this list. Now at number 3, surprisingly, is the Scar King reveal. I did not expect this to top the Shimo reveal, but it definitely did. I had some critiques about how long it took to show Scar King in this movie. I feel like they should have showed him a little bit sooner, but I've got to say, the way they hid his reveal till farther into the movie, I thought was actually really good in an aspect. You kind of see the effects of Scar King, you see where he's been, some of the stuff he's done. Finally, Kong goes into his lair, he sees the other Kongs. You see several Kong heads beheaded on sticks, which really just ups the stakes and ups the pure evil of this Scar King. And seeing the heads on the sticks just definitely hypes it up to where it's definitely the bad guy and is something to fear. And then finally Kong, after helping another fellow Kong, you hear Scar King's growl from far away. He looks up and you get a really cool reveal to kind of Scar King's right-hand man, a couple of the close Kongs to him. You see him sitting on his throne. In the initial shot, he's sitting there. He stands up, he walks towards him, growls. The way he lands and faces off with Kong, I thought it was just so well done. I would have loved so much more of Scar King, but I've got to say, the reveal definitely lived up to the hype, and I definitely loved the way they revealed this. Thought he was a boss. I thought it was just an awesome scene, and it definitely deserves the number 3 spot on the list. Now at number 2 is the epic giant monster fight that is teased in the trailer. But you see basically Shimo and Scar King jumping against Godzilla and Kong. And you also have Mothra in the mix. This whole battle, I loved the face-off. I love how Scar King comes through with Shimo. They're kind of facing off. They're about to go into the real world. Then you get Godzilla and Kong jumping up from the epic trailer shot. And seeing them charge each other is just so amazing. I would have loved this scene to stay on the ground. But nonetheless, seeing them stand off against each other, jump up against each other, the shot of them all going at each other, and Mothra flying around was nonetheless epic. It's definitely what you want to see in these movies. Thought it was awesome to see all these monsters going at it and all throwing down, and for sure deserves the number 2 spot. Now at number 1, surprisingly, was not the gigantic battle scene with all the monsters, Number 1 is the Godzilla Kong rematch. And I just loved this scene. I did not expect this scene to be as long as it was and to be as good as it was, because we know we've seen Godzilla and Kong fight. We saw them fight several times in the last movie. But basically, Kong is luring Godzilla into Egypt to try to get him to the portal. He does not understand. Godzilla just comes charging in, lowers his shoulder, and just takes Kong out right into the pyramid. Kong is definitely thrown off, does not want to fight, but he realizes Godzilla's not going to stop. So he has to fight back. He has his metal arm. He has the gauntlet. So he starts dishing punches back and definitely gets the better of Godzilla in this battle. You can really tell. I mean, he is kicking the crap out of Godzilla, punching him into the ground over and over. You can tell he has the better hand. And this is the powerful Godzilla. This is the supercharged Godzilla that goes up against Shimo later. So that really says something about how good of a fighter Kong is and how powerful he is in this movie, especially with the gauntlet. But I just loved this scene. You could feel the weight of these monsters going at each other. Godzilla, just when he charges into Kong, you feel the pure weight and power of these monsters. And then the punches from Kong, you can just tell they're landing. And this scene was very well done. Then you see Kong dragging Godzilla into the portal, fires the atomic breath. Then it ends with Mothra stopping the fight, reuniting him. And I love this scene. This was definitely my favorite fight in the movie, I'd say. And I think the best scene in the movie, Godzilla and Kong throwing down again. Yeah, I'd say the Godzilla Kong rematch in Cairo is my number 1 scene in the movie. But make sure you let me know down below, what was your favorite scene in the movie? Make sure you let me know down below and let me know which monsters, which videos you want to see next. I got a lot of videos planned before the Monster Madness. I will be getting that teaser out soon to show you exactly who's in Monster Madness. But if there's a monster you want to see, make sure you let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching.